Well, hello, ladies. So glad to be with you today. This is Stacy, and I'm with Stacy's Crafty Jam. I'm coming to you from Christians Crafting with Creativity Facebook group, and I wanted to get together today and do something. Haven't done this before. I'm gonna jump on here, and we'll do this together. It's a altered playing cards. We have a swap that's called Pretty Pockets. With playing cards, and it's a fun swap where you make pockets out of playing cards, and there's all different sorts of ways to do it, but I have decided to use decoupaging to do that. But that's a process, and I talked with several friends that know what they're, that have experienced this before, and she advised me on some things to do, and that's what I'm going to sit down, do this today. We'll do it together and see what happens, see what we come up with. I have some excellent ideas. I'm so excited. First, let me show you. I'm going to use napkins, and I'm going to use some, I had an idea to use some sewing pattern paper. Love that. Love the whole vintage feel that's going to happen. Somebody, a sweet girl, Kimberly, if you're watching, thank you. She sent me a whole slew of napkins, the patriotic theme, and I've got this one with the shiny stars and this beautiful vintage patriotic. I've got an old napkin that I had. I'm gonna jump in and use that probably. Some napkins I got on Walmart, or I got at Walmart. These are your Pioneer Woman napkins. They're so pretty. Use those. I have also some tissue paper. Just gonna see how that goes too, and maybe I'll use all of this. Maybe I'll use some of it. We'll see how that flies. First of all, I got some cards at a garage sale. Oh my Lord, look at these. These are fabulous, right? I love them. They're the vintage that I bought them for like nothing, 50 cents or something at a garage sale. And I'm just going to experiment on a few of those, on a couple of those. I think these are just beautiful like they are, and I may just use these for the pockets as they are. And but I'm going to decoupage and see on that. I went ahead, the first process that has to happen is there's a coating on the cards. You can see that shininess there, and that coating needs to come off. The other tip that I was given was to make your own Mod Podge. Mod Podge doesn't always adhere as well, is my understanding. So I made 3 parts white glue with 1 part water. And so I have that. Most people would probably have a sanding block, but I work with what I have, like I've told you. And I have these fingernail files that, are sanding blocks, hey guys, and they work. And so I'm using those. I've already gone through, because who wants to watch paint dry, but I am going to show you how my process on sanding. But I've already sanded several of these, and I got some giant playing cards at there's a glare, sorry guys, giant playing cards at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the jumbo ones, of course these real pretty vintage ones, and then I just regular size playing cards. And I've already, as you can see, the sanding, I've already sanded several of these so that we, for time's sake. And let me show you my process on that. I just lay the card down and just begin to do the sanding. And I just sand enough and wipe enough to get the coating kind of off of there. And I was going to go and get a sanding block, but I remembered I had these, so I was like, I'm just going to use that. And I just am thrilled with these vintage cards. I had bought them a few months ago and set them off in my cabinet, and when it came time to do this swap, I brought them out, and I had no idea how gorgeous they are. So you see, this process is pretty simple. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure. And I'm sure if you use like a regular sanding block, you probably wouldn't want to do too much pressure, because like, see, the little Joker man's coming off, but that's the whole point, you know, just a little bit of pressure on it. And so there, we're sanded. So let's lay out. I mean, I've got a lot here, so I'm going to save these vintage ones for last. And I'm going to work on some jumbo ones first. And we'll lay those out. I put down an extra sheet of paper here because it's just going to be, you know, one of those processes where it's going to be messy. So let's work with a few here. And I'm going to decide, I want to do the Pioneer Woman there. I'm going to give a go on the sewing pattern. I want to do this one, the Patriotic, and then we're going to definitely give a go on that. So I know that that's got a process, or got a plan. And just going to get a little bit of this glue. Stay on my protective little thing here. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. My day has been great. My family's on their, they've been out of town, and my family's on their way back. So I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't seen them in almost a week. My house has been extra quiet, except for my cats. And let's just go with the tissue paper first. And I don't care that it's wrinkly. I like that whole effect, personally. Let me get that card unstuck there. I like the wrinkle effect of it. And I'm going to tear off my excess. It's starting to warp, but the way I understand it is they'll, when it dries, they'll you know, they'll be better. And then I'm going to apply a coat of some more of my glue mixture. And it's just a simple decoupage process. I don't know if you know, have ever decoupaged. I love upcycling furniture, but I've been so busy with paper crafts, I haven't done that in a long time. But so I got her done. I'm not going to worry about my little excess. And there's my first one. Set her off to the side. Let's work with another one. And this is just a process. And then once, now I understand, my friend was telling me that you can use your blow dryer, your heat gun, to speed the process up. I'm going to go for the Pioneer Woman here. And on this side, it has a recipe. That's pretty cool, napkin there. And so, there we have it. Tear off our, I'm getting stuck. Tear off the excess. And I hope this turns out, to be honest with you. It's just an idea that I had. We really, I guess when it boils down to it, it'll be all in the drying. I did this on glassine bags, and so loved how they turned out. I think my glassine bags turned out really good. But of course, these are playing cards, so I mean the element that you're decoupaging on is you know, somewhat different. These are made of paper. Glassine bags are not. So I'm gonna set her off to dry. as that's drying over there, I'm gonna keep a watch on it and try to. I'm personally gonna push it back down, so that the warping is limited. But I may find that this is just not doable. I hope not. Okay. I'm going to tear this. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to cut it. Because in each of these, you can't see me, I'm out of camera shot, but on this napkin, there's 4. It's a little cocktail napkin, and that'll work. That's going to be lovely. And that gives me opportunity to get the main image on there 4 times, on 4 different things. And I'm liking the fact that it wrinkles a little bit. And the glue gets all over your hands. Well, this, I didn't get all the... Oh, and I didn't tell you. You need to make sure that you take your backing, you just have the 1 ply. And I can see here already that I missed a ply. So let's just go with this and see what happens. I'm going to like this distressy, this kind of torn distressy look, especially with this image here, this patriotic image, and the fact that I can still see some of the card behind it. I'm going to let that dry and we'll see how she goes. And off we go again. I'm going to use the sewing paper, that sewing pattern next. But I'm looking forward to my grandkids coming home. My house will be back to crazy, which is always good. I'm going to go this direction with it. And we're going to tear off the excess. And it tears off, because it's almost like it's, wet around the edges there. So it tears off pretty easily. I'm not going to worry about it being perfect, and because when it dries, I can go back and do that. Everything's sticking to me. But I love this effect, especially this wrinkling effect. Boy, this looks good. Yeah, I'm watching this dry over here. I don't know if you can see. I think it's in camera shot. It's the more it dries, the more it's laying down. So I think it's all going to work out. So let me work on some smaller cards. But like I was saying, my grandkids will be back in town, and my house will be back to the noise, and that'll be good. I've missed them. I didn't have to, y'all, I did not have to lock my cats up today. It's a miracle. They were all in my business yesterday. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Alright. I thought I had one of these already. Alright. I need to take this ply off. And I thought I had one already done, but I can show you how this process goes now with all this glue on my fingers. This is hard to do with the glue on my fingers. Here we go. Here we go. All right. And then we're gonna take. This is how I take that that white part off. Val from Val's Creation saves the white part and uses that too. I think it's a great idea. And then you can add the effect of the decoupage in on there. See your image, because the white really helps it show through. So, you know, save your little other ply, and you can use those too. And I really like the fact that this tore right here where you can see still see the card. This is gonna be great. If this works out, this is gonna be great. We'll see. All right, babes. Here we go. We're gonna set her. You can't see that, but I'm setting her off in the. And then you see, the more this dries, the flatter it's getting. So that's encouraging. So encouraging for me. Because I wondered about that. Well, there goes my phone. I'm going to turn that off. Sorry, guys. That is my grandson calling me. I'll have to call him back. Okay. I'm going to get... I use a webcam for this video thing. I'm gonna get an iPhone. I need a new phone anyway. My phone is old as the hills, and I'm gonna get and my daughter has an iPhone. Everybody's got one. They're apparently, I know they take the best pictures. My pictures aren't so good on my Android. I got an LG, and I would love to have better pictures. My daughter's phone takes the best pictures. So we'll set her off to the side. Yep, and see, it's the more it dries, the more it's laying down. That is, again, great. So I'm just kind of mass doing these. And I'm gonna make, and I'll do another video on the making the here we'll use then I need to take this ply off, on making the actual pocket page thing. Here we go. See, that comes off pretty easy. And put her image down. And I just laid down a piece of cardstock there to protect myself. We'll get this torn off. These go fairly quickly. And then, but like I said, I'm gonna do another video on how to act when they dry, how I'm going to make the pockets. I'm going to take this, let's say this card, and then I'm going to take another card, cut that card in half to make pockets, and then embellish that, because of course life is so much better when you embellish, don't y'all think? I so do. My thing's getting really glued. I need to get another Get another protective thing there. We'll do another of these tissue papers. There we go. Oh, see, that glue took me. But that's good. I'm going to roll with it just the way it is. I love the distressy vintage vibe on things. Personally, that is my jam. I love to say that. There she goes. We'll let her set over here and dry. I'm going to get another piece of protection real quick. Oops, sorry about that. Glue is stuck to everything. This is a sticky process, guys. There we go. We'll go with this just like that. And let me get another card. And this is a swap that I'd said, the Pretty Pockets with Playing Cards. Our Christians Crafting with Creativity has so many opportunities for you to participate in challenges and in swaps. Encourage you, if you're not a member of that group, to go check it out. The ladies are so talented, incredibly talented, so inspiring, so giving, fun group. I truly enjoy every member, and am so encouraged by everybody, and I think you'll find it, you'll have a lot of fun. And then, see, the more they dry, the flatter they're getting. So that is a great thing. I'm excited about that. And so my friend was right. You know, you don't know until you get in here and do it how this process actually works out. I mean, I know what she said, and I know what she had done. I'm gonna lay that down there like so. And I love the wrinkles. That's the way it was on my glassine bags. The wrinkly thing, and turned out really lovely. And then that was another swap, the altered glassine bags, and I embellished that. I put some snippet strips on it, and lace, and just all kinds of stuff. I love this one, especially because of all the wrinkles. I'm liking that. There we go. I'm going to do one of these with this, with the sewing pattern paper. Oh my gosh, when I got these out today, the vintage ones, I was so excited. These are the best cards. I got them for 50 cents or something at a garage sale. I got them a few months ago and put them up. And so then here's this swap, so I thought, well, let me get these out and I'll see what they're about. And when I took them out of the box, oh my goodness, it was like Christmas. I love that. And see, you can see the image, the little W.C. Fields guy there. You can see him. And then the pattern sewing paper. That looks amazing. Now the little cards are warping, but I think they're going to follow the same process. where they're going to lay themselves down. I want to use this star paper here. I thought I had all these done before we started. The tearing off the plies. But I think I got too excited about my cards. Oh, I got so much glue on my fingers. Well, let me start another corner. There we go. Alright, so I got that done. I'm going to lay down my little stars. Well, duh. Need to put glue down on this first, guys. Hello. Earth to Stacy. Okay, now. There we go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at those stars shining deep in the heart. Oh, I won't sing. Y'all do not want to hear that. Okay. The stars get covered up with the glue, but they're going to come back. They're going to come back once the glue dries. They covered up, but the glue covered those up, but that is OBKB. And I'm going to do a big card with those stars. And the more they dry over there, the better it's getting. And I think you'll find this process fun. Get ready for glue on the fingers. If you don't like glue on your fingers, then this might not be a fun process for you. Well, what happened to my stars? Well, we'll just go with this just like it is. Okay. Only one side had the shiny stars. The rest are gray stars, but this is fine. And see, it's just a process. You just tear this off, and once it's dried, then I'll go back and I'll tear these better. And maybe as I tear, I'll show some of the card itself. I'll really get to tearing a lot and distress it a little more. Yeah, I like that. Alright. I'm going to put that, that's not a camera shot, but it'll do. I got one more card here. Ready to go. Well, I got several, but y'all see the process and see how this goes. And I'll make a part 2 on this and show you, what they look like when they're dried. I think I'll use this with the recipe on there. I like that really well. Again, this was Walmart Pioneer Woman one. The Dollar General here in my, I love this. The Dollar General in my town, when you walk in, every time I walk in, they've got a display of napkins, whatever seasonal napkins, and I'm always picking them up. See how that looks great. Let's work on some of these little doodads here. I think I'll use this patriotic, well, no. Where'd she go? I'm going to piece together some of this Pioneer Woman one and do a little piecing. I'm going to There we are. Use up all my scraps. Oh my goodness, guys, look at my fingers. It's getting a little hard to work with. Everything's sticking. That looks great. These are going to turn out really good. And then I'm going, like I said, I'll come back with part 2 on this and show you how they looked when they dried and make one. Make a little pretty pocket. I'm going to use more pattern paper. So then you'll see the process of that and see how awesome these are going to turn out. I'm so excited. Anyway, I hope. A girl can dream, right? And then see how this is really drying up well. It's mainly dry, actually. I'm just going to play with this and lay it back down. But the card itself is pretty flat. These are drying flat. The smaller ones are starting to flatten out. We'll do one more, and then I'll stay tuned for the next video to show you how this puts together. I thank y'all so much for coming here with me, crafting with me. I love the pattern paper so much, I'm going to use it again. And I got these patterns at a garage sale. They're all vintage patterns. The covers of the sewing pattern have little like characters on them, little cute characters, not actual photos of the dress or the shirt or the whatever. And that's why I got them, because I was like, yes, I fussy cut them and use them in my That looks great, guys. All right, that is the process. It's a messy process. But it's gonna be so worth it. So worth it. Look at this with the stars on it. See the wrinkling. These are laying out flat, starting to get flat, all on their own. This one is really becoming dry, and it's flattening on its own. So I think this process is going to really work out. I encourage you to give it a go. Jump out there and do something neat, and give me some ideas. Give me ideas on things and things you want to see. Hit subscribe, the bell button if you so choose. All the things they like to say. Check out Christians Crafting with Creativity Facebook group. Join in there. You'll just be amazed. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I am honored that you would take even a minute of your day to watch this. And I just want to wish you the best and happy crafting.